Okay, so before we move on to what I wanted to do, let's do logical shifts first. Okay, so logical shifts do one or two things, and let's talk about what those two things are. So if you had the number 50, right, and you had to, and here's its columns, and you had to shift it over this one to the left that way. So the 5 would be here, the 0 would be there, and that would introduce a 0 over here. You can see here that you have multiplied this number by 10, which makes sense because of how the decimal system works, binary system works. The other option you could have done with it is you could have had 50, and you could have shifted it over this way and lost the 0. Sorry about that. I was going to lock that door. So now that's 5, which is the same as dividing by 10. So logical shifts do one of two things. They multiply or divide. Okay, depending on which direction you shift in. Okay, so the exact same thing works for a binary system, except you don't each shift doesn't multiply by 10 or divide by 10. It multiplies or divides by 2, because a binary system's headers are 2 powers of 2. Okay, so let's use a binary number. Here's my favorite one that I always use because it's easy to work with. All right, which is the decimal number 10. Okay, so if we had to do a shift, let's just put its columns in here. So we're going to shift this way. So I go 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, because the 0 gets introduced. Okay, so what is this? This is the 16 header. So we've got 16. And what is this one? Sorry, 1, 2, 4. All right, so 16 plus 4 is 20. So just as we thought, 10 times 2 is equal to 20. All right, I'm going to just leave it there, and I'm going to come over this side, because remember the number we were using, 10, 10, 1, 0, 1, 0, which is the decimal 10. If we shifted it the other way, would have that, you'd lose this last bit, and this. Okay, so that's the 1 column, 2, and the 4 column. So 4 plus 1 equals 5, and so 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Okay, logical shifts. Logical shift to the left does a multiply. Logical shift to the right does a divide. And depending on which number system it is, it will multiply or divide by the power of that system's column. Okay, so obviously if it was a hexadecimal system, a shift would multiply it by 16 or divide it by 16. Okay, so now that we've got all the maths out of the way, we can finally talk about how do we represent data in binary, seeing as though that's the way computers store information. All right, see you in the next lesson.